When it comes to rare mobs, people usually think that blue axolotl and the pink sheep are the rarest mobs in Minecraft. But in reality, there's a lot of other mobs which most people don't even know exist. So to find out what is the rarest mob in Minecraft, I'm going to trap the most legal mobs in Minecraft, even obtaining some mobs that never have been seen before. And the first mob in my list is a zombie, but big. So a giant. And to get it, we need to head to Minecraft Infinite Dimension Snapshot and gear up. And head to Dimension Z. And there we go, that's my boy. He kind of reminds me of a specific person. Now first we need to build a big enough portal to fit your mom. Sorry, I meant the giant. There's no portal big enough to fit her. And using a neat program called MCA Selector, I'm gonna move him to 1.21. Wow, his head is sticking out. Okay, let's build a railway real quick. Now we just gotta move him. Voila! And keep in mind, as the video goes on, the mobs are just gonna get more and more insane. And the next mob is a naturally generated pink sheep, which according to the internet only has 0.164% chance of spawning. That's gonna take forever. Oh, yes, finally! Wait, there's two? I never saw something like this. That should be double rare, right? Now we move them using end portal frames from last video. Alright. Wait, how are they dead? Finally. And that is the pink ship trapped. It only took 8 hours of my life that I'm never going to get back. Next mob is a brown panda, which has a 2.04% chance of spawning. But actually, we don't need to worry about this one, because I trapped one of these nearly a year ago. The hell? But it is 800,000 blocks away. So I'm just gonna go there. And here's my boy. No way in hell I'm flying all the way back though. So you guessed it, end portal time. And that's the brown panda trapped. Next we have a weird one, a peaceful pillager, which I know everyone has seen one, but a peaceful pillager on a ravager, so a pavager. And to get it, first we need to start a raid, fight the waves until we get to the ravager phase. Now we move it to the end and wait until he breaks his crossbow. Okay, and finally we can move them. Oh, you got to be kidding me. No! Alright, 3 hours later, and that's the peaceful pavager trapped. Next mob is a full diamond skeleton wearing a pumpkin and holding a sword, which I have no idea how rare it is since there's no articles about it. But for reference, a normal full diamond skeleton only has a 0.04% chance of spawning. So for starters, I might want to modify my mob farm so I can sort through the mobs and do this more efficiently. Yeah, this might take a while. So let's put this one on hold and trap some easier mobs first, like the killer bunny. First, we need to head to 14W27A snapshot, the version which added the killer bunny as an Easter egg. And every bunny that spawns has a 1 in 2500 chance of being a killer bunny. So there he is. Alright, now we move him. And that's the killer bunny trapped. The next mob is a blue chicken, which only existed for a short amount of time in Minecraft 2.0, which is the 2013's April Fool's update. And apparently only has a 7% chance of spawning because my life is about eternal suffering. Haha. Wait a minute, it's literally the first mob I saw. I'll take it, I guess. Sadly though, I can't take him to the main world because the data for the mob does not exist in 1.21, so I'm just going to trap it here. Alright, moving on to slightly weirder category. Next, we are going to trap a creeper, which is also a nerd, so a creepy nerd. And to get it, we need to head to 3D shareware update, and as you can see, it looks a bit different. For example, all the mobs are 2D, or like these barrels, which give loot, or I can get OP gear using more deca. And we can summon creepy nerd by typing Nerd. And we can trap it right here because the data for it does not exist. Which is a shame because this one is actually my favorite mob. Actually, comment down what's your favorite mob. Next, we need to obtain some horses. Now, bite me. I know you think that horses cannot be illegal. So, to answer your concern, we are going to get a zombie horse. Which has a solid... Wait for it. 0% chance of spawning. So to get it, we need to go back to Infinite Dimensions update and enter dimension Q3 and find this biome which has a significantly large number but still somehow smaller than the number on the scale when your mom steps on it. I know, I'm too funny for this generation. Anyway, now we need to build a rather ginormous grass platform and light it up because the zombie horse only can spawn with light level at adequate Code higher than 11. And just wait. It took a while, and the voices in my head were definitely getting into me. Make your mom joke. Make your mom joke. Stop it, voices. She doesn't even fit here. Oh, finally, that's a zombie horse. Now we just move it to the main world, and that's the zombie horse trapped. And the next horse is even more illegal and stupid because it's a god horse. And no, I'm not kidding when I'm saying a god horse. This horse goes 126 blocks a second and has 200 HP. For context, the Ender Dragon has 200 HP. And to get it, we need to head back to Minecraft 3D Shareware Edition and type how do you turn this on, and that spawns a god horse because logic. Alright, now we can move it back. Whoa. And that's God Horse, aka Course Trap. I'm not very creative with names, am I? Also, update on the skeleton. It seems like it only can spawn during Halloween, and most of this video was recorded a few months before, so practically getting it is impossible. But luckily, you can actually make this mob yourself. So say hello to Aiden, aka the baby killer. Hey, listen, I know it's not my business, but he only does that because he knows his parents named him Aiden. Also, if any of the people watching is named Aiden, I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. Next mob is an illusioner, which only can be obtained via commands. Not really. Because if we head to Infinite Dimension Snapshot and enter Dimension A, we can find him just like that. And now we can move him, and that would be the illusioner trapped. And from now on, the mobs are going to get really weird. But before we get into them, ever since I was a kid, I had the dream of becoming a YouTuber. So if you enjoyed the video so far, consider subscribing and joining the fam before we hit 10,000 subscribers. Anyway, next we need to get a blue axolotl, which has a 1 in 1200 chance of spawning via breeding. But that's boring, so I'm going to farm that. So first, we need to head to the snapshot which added blue axolotls and build this little farm. Now we just need to build up and wait. Make your mom joke, make your mom joke. Guys, please stop. She's getting so big I can't even fit her in my imagination anymore. Okay, now we move to the nether. To check for a blue axolotl, and yes, now we transfer it to 1.21, and there we go. Next mob is an iron golem with no AI, and to get it we need to go to the Infinite Dimension Snapshot and enter dimension missing. There he is. Now transfer these chunks using MCA selector and move him using a flying machine. And there we go, no AI golem trapped. Next mob is the most illegal mob out of them all. For context, I'm sure you have seen a villager on a chicken before, but for me, nah, that's too boring. So, introducing chicken on a villager. I know, very creative and also really weird. To get that, we need to head to 1 block at a time snapshot, and in this update, you can pick up and stack mobs, but for some reason, you have no inventory. So, now we stack the chicken and villager, but sadly, we can't place them down because the chicken just dies. So I invented a very advanced and complex method to solve this problem. So you need to listen closely. Come here. First, you pause the game, then you quit the world. Now, if you move the chunk that you were standing in, the villager jockey data would also transfer. So by doing that, the jockey will automatically drop. And there we go. Now we move them, and that's a chicken on a villager jockey trap. Next mob is kind of weird because it was not even on the list, and I found it while exploring, and that is a nerd skeleton. So, a skeleton. If you laughed at that joke, I just want to let you know that you're weird. Anyway, one transition later, and the skeleton is trapped. And the next mob is a literal human. Alright, this one I already have from last episode. So I'm just gonna put him in a cage and let's move on before I get cancelled. Lastly, we need to trap all 3 bosses in Minecraft. Starting with the easiest, the Wither, I can just literally birth him to place. Next, the Warden. First, I need to find a deep dark, and surely since I'm a Minecraft veteran, it will be a breeze. Well, this one reminds me of the word dad. You know, you wake him up, he'll hit ya. Speaking of which, it's almost 5 a.m. in real life, so I better shut the fuck up. Ouch. Maybe not. Ow, ow. Anyway, now the Warden is trapped. And the last mob in the list is the Dragon, which brings up a very valid question. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? Well, glad you asked. Why am I talking like this? First, we need to go to 15W47C snapshot, gear up, and get to the end. Now, we build a tower in the center and put a boat on top, which traps the dragon for some reason. Now, transfer her to the main world and push her about 2,000 blocks with pistons. Maybe not. That's not gonna be painful at all. First, we build a bridge so we don't drop the dragon by accident. There's a sentence that I never thought I would say. Now, we just push her and drop her in the place. And that's the dragon trapped. How cool does that look? Comment your favorite one. Mine is the villager jockey and the creepy nerd. Also, I never asked, but this video took a really long time to make. So, please like the video for the YouTube algorithm. And I will see ya in the next one.
Love like we did before.